Everyone knows that bad things like growing up poor or abused, neglected, or raised by alcoholics and drug addicts can really screw up kids. And when those kids grow up, that's me, and maybe it's you too, the effects can continue to mess up every part of our lives, our health, our emotions, our capacity to connect with people and have stable relationships, and our ability to learn and to pay attention or to just do our jobs. These damaging effects are part of childhood PTSD. And if you think you have it, you know how it can sneak up and sabotage you even when things are going well. It can wreck your dreams and hold you back and keep you in a state of constant struggle. I know because that used to be the story of my life. I'm Anna Runkle, also known as the Crappy Childhood Fairy, and I teach people how to recognize and recover from the effects of childhood PTSD. If this is you, I'm guessing you've tried dozens of treatments and therapies and books and groups and positive thinking and special exercises and maybe even medication. But if you're like me, all these what I call normal people solutions aren't always that effective for us. It turns out the problem isn't what it looks like on the surface. You've probably been told that the effects you're experiencing are primarily psychological, right? But we now know that childhood PTSD is also, maybe even mostly, neurological. Abuse and neglect change our brains, and these changes can dysregulate our whole nervous system, and in turn our thinking, our emotions, and our behavior. In other words, the source of the problem is not in your mind, it's in your brain. Once you learn this, it totally makes sense why traditional treatments that work for other people can barely scratch the surface with us. What I can teach you is based in the reality of childhood PTSD. It's brain-based, and you'll learn to calm the dysregulation so you can notice and change the behaviors that are causing trouble for you today. Things like getting emotionally overwhelmed or angry at the worst possible moments, or holding on to relationships with negative people just so you don't have to be alone. Or maybe you feel frustrated because you know you're meant for something better and you know you want to be a better person and more structured and positive in your actions, but you don't know how. I mean, if you don't learn this at home, where can you learn it? That's what motivated me 24 years ago to start figuring this out. I've checked out the treatments and the research, and I've learned a whole lot of things that don't help very much. And I bring it all down to the techniques and strategies that do work. They do help. It's given me solid, real long-term healing, and I've been able to share this with hundreds of people who have also found it helpful. And many of them have had their lives as radically and positively transformed as I have. Now, childhood PTSD is not something that ever just gets cured and is gone forever. It's always there in the background. The goal is to learn to re-regulate and calm the PTSD symptoms as they come up. And when you can do that consistently, all your other choices become open to you. Because you can't do jack when you're dysregulated, can you? These are techniques you can use anytime, anywhere, with or without expensive outside therapy. These are your tools. And once you've gotten the hang of re-regulating, then you can start naming and changing the self-defeating behaviors that are holding you back now. This is the stuff that other treatments can't touch or won't touch. They want to keep you focused on what was done to you. And that was real, but it's not what's happening now. You might know people who looked at the past, freaked out, and then got stuck there. But don't let that be you. Seeing clearly and taking action, that's what this course is about. It doesn't happen overnight, but I can show you how to start feeling better right away and to get to work on the real lasting changes that you decide are the most important. The course includes videos with stories and step-by-step instructions, along with a workbook to document what you're learning and to chart your own course forward in recovery. You can do it fast or you can do it slow. You can put a toe in or you can just throw yourself into it. But if you think you have childhood PTSD and haven't gotten help from other things you've tried, then this might be the thing. It was for me, and it's been the meaningful work of my life to help lead others through the same process. It works, and it works in proportion to what you put into it. But it can't start working until you begin. So I hope to see you in the course.